Hey, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Awesome Sauce here. I'm coming at you with a new segment, the first of many to come. I'm just flowing with ideas right now, which is really good, really good. This segment right here is going to be called Bust or Busted. Essentially, I'm going to take a card that I feel is between that line of it's either busted, broke, or it's a bust. And with the new ban list out, I feel like we should take a second look at level 6 synchros. So today we're going to look at Flamvell Uruquizas. For those of you who don't know, it came out of Hidden Arsenal 1. So it's another level 6 that came out of Hidden Arsenal 1. It's a level 6 fire type synchro monster. It's Pyro. It takes one tuner and one non-tuner monster to make it. Its effect reads, during the battle between this card and a defense position monster whose defense is lower than the attack of this card, inflict the difference as battle damage to your opponent. I am so glad they just now say inflict piercing damage. And this card gains 300 attack each time it inflicts battle damage to your opponent. So the question is, bust or busted? I think this card, in my opinion, is busted, and I'm gonna tell you why. With the removal of Brio, it's a lot harder now, especially to get rid of stuff, get rid of walls on the field. Marshmallow, Angel Duo, Spirit Reaper, just to name a few. And piercing, I feel like, is gonna be very key. I know you can get Thunder Gaia, whatever, the Thunder Charger, the Exceed you just overlay on top of an Xyz, and that's again really cool. But I still think synchros aren't totally dead. Synchros can still be very viable in this format, especially in this format. Especially since like a lot of decks that have been on the outs are now gonna see a lot more play and might actually even do fairly well. For example, 6 Sams, I feel like are going to do very well this format because they're fairly consistent, and consistency is going to be make or break for any deck, specifically in this format. And like, what else? Psychics with the emergency teleport back at 3. Psychics are going to be really good. I actually have a psychic build that I'm using Flamvell Uruquizas in. So, the Earth build, the removal build, and when I get all the cards for that, I'm going to post a deck profile of that later. But, so without Brio, it's a lot harder to get rid of those cards. And not all decks can run Xyz efficiently with keeping the same synergy. With that in mind, the ability to summon a level 6 is not that hard. I would say 6s and 5s. No, I'm sorry, 6s and 8s are the most common and easily summoned and used synchro monsters, synchro levels at least, because everyone had a 6 and everyone had an 8. Everyone had Brio and everyone had Stardust. Or they had Thought Ruler, or they had Scrap Dragon. So those 2 levels are key. And with the removal of Brio, this card is just gonna be, I feel like, should see more play. Because if it comes down between bust or bust, it's busted. The ability to pierce is really good. And on top of that, it gets an attack boost of 300 every time it pierces. So you just drop this down and you pierce a Spirit Reaper, and you just keep piercing it, and while protecting it, of course. And then you don't have to waste a spell card like Book of Moon or an effect. You can just keep piercing them, and eventually they're just going to get rid of it themselves, or else they're just going to get smacked in the face to death. So basically, all in all, Flamvell Uruquizas, I feel like, should see more play because Brio is gone, and it's a level 6. So if you're looking for a replacement level 6 over Iron Chain Dragon, which I know a lot of people are going to try or have tried, I suggest Flamvell Uruquizas. Iron Chain Dragon is good. It's a little bit beefier, but it's not a piercer, and its effect only goes off if you do battle damage. So, but Flamvell Uruquizas might be at 21, but 21 is still pretty kind of beefy, and it can pump itself up. So let me know what you guys think. Flamvell Uruquizas, bust or busted? Tell me why in the comment section below. Like this video, subscribe, press all the damn buttons, all these damn buttons. Subscribe, favorite, like, comment, and subscribe. So thank you guys for everything. So let me guys go think about Flamvell Uruquizas. Is it bust or busted? Awesome Sauce says it's busted. What do you have to say? And that's all I gotta say about that. Deuces.